stab you through the chest, right through the chest, and drop you down an endless hole, I'll stab you through the chest and make you die, and I'll fulfill my destiny. I hate you, Dad. Hey girl, you know you're not that special. Your family left you in the desert, probably cause they hate you. I sense something deep in your mind. If it's true, then you could use some training right by my side. Master, I'll pass my final test. I wanna finish doing what my grandfather started. This is my greatest challenge yet, and now it's time to stab you through the chest, right through the chest, and drop you down an endless hole, I'll stab you through the chest and make you die, and I'll fulfill my destiny. I hate you, Dad. Ginger, take it back a notch. You need to lighten up, you have your panties in a bunch. Guess what? He likes me more than you. Our leader knows I'm better, and there's nothing you can do. Black guy, you're really quite the traitor! You ruined everything! We planned years for this, and you single-handedly messed it all up! Have you no loyalty for anyone in your life? I'll stab you through the chest, right through the chest, and drop you down an endless hole, I'll stab you through the chest and make you die, and I'll fulfill my destiny. I'm a psychopath.
Welcome everybody to week 2 of the Diamond Team League. In the top left, first up for the Knights of Ren, it's the red Zerg Lalzer. And in the bottom right, as the pink Zerg, it's Novalith. These two actually requested to play each other first this week so they could carry their rivalry into an official tournament match. So they are totally shit-talking each other in the chat. We're gonna see how this game pans out. The Knights of Ren, the reigning championship team from Season 1. Taking last week's match. 4 wins and 2 what the hell's going on? What? The actual... Alright, we have a triple expand from Lalzer. And just an early third from Novalith. Okay, Zoomers, I don't really... We're 2 minutes into this game and there's no pool. Oh my god. Okay, so Supernova's gonna have a way earlier pool. He's also gonna have a way earlier gas. I guess that, you know... Actually, you know, I'm at a loss how to commentate this. EVH pool's halfway done for Lalzer. I don't know where the meta spins off from here. Both players are gonna have massive amounts of larva. You know, these guys are toward the lower MMR range of diamonds-ish. So it's going to be interesting. I think, you know, with this much larva on the field in a Zerg versus Zerg mirror matchup, we're going to see something like a battle of the supply blocks, right? As we head into the Lingbane Wars here. Dear God, I hope there's Lingbane Wars, because we're already so far off meta, this isn't even funny. I think these guys are playing the memes aside. I think these guys are playing the player rather than the matchup. Lalzer is going to be the first aggressor with 16 lings on the way at the 3-minute mark. While Supernova is going burrow. Oh wait, no, he canceled it. Okay, he's going ling speed. Okay, I almost had a heart attack. Oh my god. Alright, here come the Lings. The first two are going to be scouted. There is no Overlord in position to see this from Supernova. It's sitting outside the fourth of Lalzer. Lalzer saying, I'm going to kill you to death. Supernova saying, people die when they're killed. Down goes the Queen. This is the NA ladder on steroids, like, this is honestly... Look, I might have a boring splash screen, but you, can't even critique the quality of this game right now. Holy crap. Down goes the second Queen. These Lings will get surrounded and cleaned up, but 6 drones do fall. Lalzer ahead 29 workers to 21, but Supernova with the army supply advantage. Lalzer, there's that supply block we're talking about. Lalzer has income, he has larva, but he can't spend it, and these Lings can... Okay, well, I guess they're gonna back off for now, but they have the capacity to do terrible, terrible damage. There's the reinforcements coming from Supernova. 3 more Overlords in the production, only 8 Lings on the way for Lalzer, and it looks like this 4th base is forfeit. Ling's gonna tag onto the drones. I think that's a really wise decision from Supernova, but he backs out! 12 more Lings on the way, 18 coming out for Lalzer now. Okay, they're gonna go clean up the drones at the 3rd. Supernova replacing his queens back home. 10 drones have fallen so far. Novalith has a wraparound on the 4th base, but he's gonna back out once again. A lair on the way for Novalith. Ling speed only halfway done for Lalzer. It's really difficult for slow Lings to engage quick Lings. If one of these guys gets a Bandling Nest, it's gonna be really good for him. Bandling Nest pretty good in the ZVZ matchup, but I don't know that we're gonna see that here. So Lings really slow to respond to this, but Novalith doesn't finish sniping the hatch. Novalith backs out. Lalzer. Well, Novalith, you can kill the hatch. You have that ability. There's like 2 hatches on extremely low health. Lalzer doesn't have Banelings. Novalith floating 1,000 minerals as he types in the chat. Lalzer with 500 gas, 400 minerals, could go for a roach switch at any time, but will we see that happen? Oh my god. Novalith going for his own 4th base at the 7-minute mark. As he moves into Hive Tech. Smalling run by, not going to clean up any drones here from Lalzer. Army supply is 10 Lings in favor of Lalzer. Our Red Zerg with a 3 worker lead as well. This hatch is very slowly regaining health. The 5 spine defense here shouldn't be enough to stave off these Lings. They can just really quick get a wraparound, and nope, they're gonna attack the spines and back out. Okay, all right. Could you imagine if either of these players had 2 Banelings right now at the 8-minute mark? Roach Warren going down for Supernova as he moves into that next level of the tech tree. 2 macro hatches going down for Lalzer, as I guess he wants to stick with this Ling style with players running past each other's armies. Lalzer does have a lot more vision out on the map with his overlords. He can see a lot more attack paths, things like that, as he goes for a 5th base. They're lying. There are no upgrades on the field for either player. Supernova going for a Nidus Worm. Both players on a 60 drone economy. Well, it's going to deplete a little bit for Lalzer as he really commits to the spine defense. I feel like Transfuse would be good as well. Couple extra queens. Roach Speed and Burrow started up for Novalith. 10 drones popping. Lalzer going for a run by on this hatchery. Leaving half his slings at home to defend. 15 drones go down for the pink Zerg. He leaves the hatch alive! Oh my god. Novalith is going to stream in his lings. That means that Lalzer had a concave for longer, and he's going to clean up the roughly equal force of Novalith here, and he's going to have equilibrium moving forward. 33 drones go. What are you doing? Oh my god. I think I'm broken as the caster, guys. I don't. He just leaves. There were no reinforcements there. He left. Novalith saying hatchery's holy unit. I think this might be memes, guys. I think that might be safe to say. Now, what's interesting here is Heroku, the captain of the opposing team, the JinLair Pink Wings, is all about efficiency in ZVZ. Heroku is like a ZVZ efficiency robot, and I can only imagine that he's going to have to see his primary care provider after this game. Okay, there's a Hydroden, a Roach Warren, and an Infestation Pit for Lalzer. Supernova finally going for that Hive Tech. What's gonna pop out of this? We can only guess. Okay, double Spire going down for a Red Zerg as well. I suspect we are being memed, ladies and gentlemen. Hive Tech coming up for Lalzer as well. Our Red Zerg on a 101 worker economy. Magneth, I'm with you. I'm with you. "36 roaches hitting the field for Novalith. 17 Hydra is coming out as Lalzer's second tech, I guess. He will shut down this Nidus. He has vision, like, actually everywhere. Lurker Den popping up. Hydra speed, Roach speed on the way for Lalzer. Both players floating about 2,000 minerals. Lalzer with 1,000 gas in the bank, though. Here comes Novalith's big attack. Lalzer attacking at the same time. Spine's not going to hold for very long against this. They will take out a couple roaches, I guess. Not really. This is kind of just an A move here from Novalith. Finally, a dead hatchery. Lalzer finishing that hatch off. Gonna return home. The Hydras have a concave on these initial roaches, but Novalith regains the concave, coming in from behind. Lings coming in to reinforce, but the Hydra's not fighting with the Lings. Lalzer will be able to clean these roaches up. but not before the hatch drops. That's okay. Lalzer is still a 5 base Zerg. However, Novolith is about to become a 6 base Zerg. 26 Hydra in production for Lalzer as he moves into Greater Spire. Getting the Lurker upgrades. Getting Hydra upgrades. I mean... Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Lalzer doesn't take the engagement and doesn't kill the hatch. A Lurker move out from Lalzer. I don't even know what happened there. Lurkers march up the ramp. He don't burrow. He doesn't burrow the locals. He didn't burrow them. Okay. Novolith drops a Nidus. In between the natural and third. For what reason we can only guess, because the roaches probably would have gotten there faster had they just walked. Now they're funneling out one at a time. Pathogen glands on the way. For Lalzer. No upgrades for either player. Not all the Hydras are firing at once. They do have a concave, but... Oh, okay. So, Novolith's gonna move into the... Well, now he's backing out, but... If we look at the units lost, definitely in favor of Lalzer here. Both players basically maxed out. 15 roaches in production for Novolith. I'm expecting more to come. A lot of these roaches aggro onto the spines, though. It's going to give Lalzer a huge advantage in this engagement. He already was up in supply, but now even more so. And Novolith's bank is running out here. He is going to get the cancel on that hatch. Yeah, guys, I promise we're gonna have some more standard games coming up, but oh, Lalzer moves the Overseer away. So these burrowed roaches could get behind the mineral line. I don't think any of these spines are in range. That was a dank copy pasta, Jorix. Georgix? Also, thank you for the follow, Phoenix98. It looks like there's too many Hydra here. Novolith, only, quotation marks, floating 1,000 minerals, 1,000 gas. Balzer has him on the back foot. Novolith is expanding up here toward the top right. But Lalzer pushing in toward the third. I guess. Not going to go into the natural and finish this game. It's gonna pick off this third hatch. Will he finish the hatch? He will finish the hatch. Okay. Looks like Lalzer is going for the tactic. He's going for the win condition. He's killing off all the buildings. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, Keys Draw. No, he's not gonna attack that hatch. 50 drones have fallen. Thanks for the bits, Faulty. As we enter the 20th minute of this ZVZ. Oh my god. M. Canning is a true American. Yeah, I think these guys are just... I think Lalzer wins this 10 times out of 10. But, he's playing with his food right now. He's maxed. He has 5k, 9k in the bank. There's creep all over the place. He can see this hatch. He's not gonna kill it. What an absolute disaster. Novolith runs 2/3 of his army into spine crawlers. Stalix. Lalzer is on the Knights of Ren. Novolith is on the JinLair Penguins. $18 infestors come out for Novolith. Oh my god. Just a reminder, these two are friends, so... That was certainly an engagement. Alright, 22 lurkers on the way for Lalzer. 36 lings coming out for Novalith. You know, as a captain, as entertaining as this has been, I want you guys to know, I absolutely was not aware this is going to, be the case. Lalzer showed up to practice this week. We trained with Jehefe for a little while as a team, and this is this was not in the team strategy, but at least we're getting some lulls out of it, right? Okay, Lalzer launching a 2-drone attack at the 27-minute mark. Worker's doing a little bit of damage. Lalzer actually attacking his own hatch with the spine. This Hydra will clean up. Yeah, it is a joke, Stixie. I think we're gonna need an admin rolling on this. Okay, we're gonna call that one a wash. It's, this league is usually not that memey, but it was an entertaining game, so score is still 0-0 as we go into the Knights of Ren. And we field our first players. Let me talk to my opposing captain real quick. So it's not in the cards. Yeah, that's a wash. We're gonna start with real. Yeah, Dally Awash means we are starting at 0-0. This is the official start to the match. In the top left, as the pink Protoss for the Knights of Ren, put your hands together for Coco. And in the bottom right, as the red Zerg, he's using the moniker JinLair Sauce. It's the captain of the JinLair Pink Wings, Heroku. Heroku opening with a pull first. Coco dropping her pylon on the high ground. Going into Forge, sending out a second probe, and we have a cannon rush on our hands. Okay. Heroku sends out a scouting drone. I really don't think he was actually planning to expand, but now he's probably super not, at least till these lings get here. There's a second pylon. There's a third pylon. Both gonna get canceled. There's the cannon. Roku pulls drones. 3 to a cannon will shut it down. Lings should shut down cannon number 2, but Coco drops the gateway. Heroku did not immediately focus on cannon number 2, and only 2 drones are attacking. Lings can't quite get in. Okay, they'll attack now, but they're split between the pylon and the cannon. This cannon will be hitting this map and starting to deal damage. However, reinforcing Lings should shut it down eventually. They will just take a couple casualties. Cannon rush is shut down from Coco. Behind this, she is going gateway cannon to wall off in the main. Heroku with an expansion about halfway done. For those of you unfamiliar with the Diamond Team League format, it is an all-kill format, meaning each player goes head-to-head. If you're defeated, you're out. You can't be played again. If you claim victory, you score a point for your team and move on to your next opponent. That allows for a variety of counter-pick plays, build orders, things like that. If you're going up 3 in a series and you play against all Protoss and you're a Zerg, well, you've now had multiple people see your build orders, right? So do you want to cheese first? Do you want to go into macro games first? What are you going to do? That's the game the captains are playing between one another as the players duke it out on the field. 10 more lings on the way for Heroku. Looks like Coco just going to defend on one base for now. Gateways number 2 and 3 are going to finish up. Coco has dropped a hidden base in the bottom left corner. As long as she can hold here, she'll be in a very good position. However, she has to hold. Charge is under Chrono Boost. Baneling's morphing in for Heroku. Heroku is a little bit supply blocked. 2 Overlords in production, but not going to be here for quite some time. Warp Gate not quite finished. 3 more Zealots coming out. Coco does have a force field available as well. Coco recalling some probes to the hidden base. The links have broken through. No force field has been dropped. GG is called. And Heroku takes game number 1 for the JinLair Pinkwings. Oh my god. Aaron the Buffalo? What a great username. Okay. Bear with me just a sec while I get my captain stuff done. Caster bounded the jigs up. Yeah. Look, man, casting's hard. Drop a follow if you're enjoying the cast as well. I work really hard to put on these productions. Thanks for the follow, Coco. Good effort. Yeah, War Buffy. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Okay. Players are just shutting the stream down. Get into the match in just a second. I thought I was Paul Giamatti, Rails. Right. Down here in the bottom right, once again, from the JinLair Pink Wings, it's our Blue Zerg, Heroku. And in the top left, as the Purple Protoss, second up for the Knights of Ren, it's Kira. I know other players on my team have been practicing, but I gotta say, Kira, during our practice session this week, asking some of the best questions, really taking it to heart, and I know he's been prepping hard for this match. Heroku, once again, opening pool first. Oh my god, what the heck? Okay, alright, the second Knight of Ren opens with a forge. There's two probes. Okay, alright, okay, so Kira doing a variation on the cannon rush, dropping the pylon on the high ground. Second pylon, he's gonna do the pylon wall. The drone can't... Oh, okay, the drone does get a block off, so Kira simply extends the wall. And a cannon will finish here. Two spines going down for Heroku. Kira's actually going to cancel it and try to macro out of this. I'm getting deja vu. Kira putting his cannon farther back. Counting on his gateway getting up in time and getting a unit out in time to hold this. While the probe holds the wall for now. And I think he's going to be right in that assessment. The Ling's focusing down the pylons back at Heroku's base. Meaning only 4 are going to get up here. There's the pylon. Hero probe holds the wall. Heroku, a great player as well as a very diligent captain, asks a lot of the right questions, does a lot of scouting, but not doing scouting at the right times in the right places in this game, as Kira drops 3 more cannons behind the natural, finishing up a little bit late, but still soon enough to shut this down. And that's going to leave Heroku without a lot of options. He's going directly into Lair off of this. He has a 3rd dropped already. There's a proxy robo from Kira. Second robo. Closing in on completion. The Roach Warren up for Heroku. The Nidus is dropped. Overlord in position. Warp gate. 5 seconds away from finishing. The Immortal pokes up the ramp. Kira gonna be conservative with his Immortal play, but the Nidus is dropped on the other side of the map. Roach is loaded in. And the assault on the probe line has begun. Kira tagging a Zealot onto the 3rd, dropping the Immortal in the main. Remember, this is teleportation. The Roaches can come home to defend. Okay. Double Immortal fighting. Most of those Lings will make it to the Nidus. The main Nexus is forfeit. Kira cannot afford to build another. He has to break Heroku here and break him now. Queens are shut down. That's going to give the Warp Prism freedom of movement. I really like this move from Kira. He's going to try to shut down the Nidus before the units can unload. He cannot do so, though. There is still a shield battery on the low ground, but Heroku is mining. Kira is not. Heroku also has 1,000 minerals and 400 gas in the bank. This Zealot will shut down this hatch. Heroku does not appear to be spending the larva there. Kira does have recall. The Nexus is at half hull health. Kira has started to mine again. Does have enough for another probe. But he needs to keep the pressure up on this side of the map. Zealot has finished off that third location. Ravagers trying to shut down this cannon. They're taking a lot of damage though, and they didn't get the kill. 2 Ravagers get picked off! Heroku pushing into the cannons is going to be a little bit diminished in the army supply. Kira going to pick off 1 Ravager in the cocoon. Focus down the second Ravager. Behind this, Kira's Nexus has fallen. These Immortals so low on health. Kira doing everything he can to keep the dream alive in this game. Oh no, the shield battery's out of energy. Things are looking pretty dire for our Protoss player. Bile connects with the Warp Prism. It's looking more and more like Heroku is going to be able to clean Kira up here. Kira does have Fog of War. He's playing his heart out. We probably should see a tap out whenever the Immortal Warp Prism goes down. GG, well played is called, and Heroku takes a second victory for the JinLair Pink Wings. Um, Okay. Yeah, Heroku is up 2-0 in favor of the JinLair Pink Wings. The Knights of Ren are discussing strategy. We have chosen our next player. He is logging into the game. We will be ready to go. Yeah, I saw that, Rails. I think Hans got the final spot. Grumpy, you can absolutely compete with those people. You know why? Because you're a macro player. You have honor on your side. Okay, we have all the players in the lobby. We are getting ready to launch this game. Magneth, the score is 2-0 in favor of the JinLair Pink Wings. In the top right, up for the third time in this series, it's the Red Zerg. And captain of the JinLair Pink Wings, Heroku. In the bottom left, it's the volatile Orange Zerg. For the Knights of Ren, returning from the championship team, GT Kong. Now, Heroku with a 70% win rate versus Zerg. However, GT Kong is prepared. GT Kong knows what and who he's about to face. GT Kong is a 4,300 player. The pretty good ZVZ win rate himself. There's the pull from Heroku. Spine crawler rush this time around. Did GT Kong see it? He did, and he's going to pull drones, tag onto those spines, and begin shutting this down. Now, this is a famous Papa Panda rush. GT Kong still confident to expand behind this as well. Here come the lings from Heroku. That is a kill, not a cancel on that first spine. Cancel on the second spine, and he's going to immediately redrop it. GT Kong did see the building. It is within vision, so it's up to him how he wants to respond from here on out. 6 lings do pop. Heroku has pulled the boys. Slings will overwhelm GT Kong's. Here come the drones behind it, but I think GT Kong did all the damage he needs to do. He's gonna pull his own boys. He's not gonna fight in the mineral line, though. He's going on the attack. Spinecrawler finishing behind this for Heroku. I feel like defensive spines could do GT Kong a world of good here, but he has overwhelming numbers. Heroku micros the remaining drones back behind the lings. 2 lings coming up the ramp, but GT Kong has reinforcing lings. GG is called, and GT Kong takes the first point for the Knights of Ren. We have a series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Next map will be Simulacrum. The next player up for the Platinum Heroes, or god damn, it's not the Platinum Heroes, for the JinLair Pink Wings is going to be Magneth. Special shout out also, a lot of players on the JinLair team, as well as my own Kyojin, are from the EU region, and it's closing in on midnight for them, so thank you very much for them showing up today. I hope the time we were able to come up with is enough of a compromise that they're all still feeling vigorous enough to play their best tonight. Oh no. Oh no! Magneth's famous Egyptian internet. Oh god. We're stuck on the loading screen, boys. Okay, no. It magically just flipped to 100. Okay, we're good. Alright. In the top left. It's the Egyptian Terran. Lock. And in the bottom right, for the Knights of Ren, putting the first point on the board, it's GT Kong. GT going for the hatch first. Magneth with a standard Reaper expand, and I think we might see... My little macro Zerg heart is going all aflutter. I think we might see our first macro game of this series. Wait, is Lock Lock not Madness? Hold up. I think I might have my players confused. Wait a second. I think I might have my players mixed up. Oh my god. I think I hit a wrong button in the Excel sheet. Oh my god, GT Kung gets the Reaper. Okay. Decent amount of lings on the field. 14 more coming to reinforce for GT Kung. Lock Lock. Finishing up the starport. Hellions coming out. A fusion core drop for the Terran. There's a Viking Lingbane. Heading into the natural. Lock Lock retreating. His workers up the ramp. He drops the supply depot. Out come the Hellions, but they get surrounded. Banelings barreling in from behind. Wait, no. Magneth is the Egyptian toss that won the Platinum Heroes, right? He won the Platinum Heroes, the last one. But Lock Lock competed in it, so okay, that's why I'm confused. I think. My bad. Apologies to both players. 27 SCVs go down. Lings going after the production. GG is called as GT Kung evens up the score 2-2. Wait, is Lock Lock? No. Lock Lock does go. He's on DOH on EU, right? I think. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna call him Lock Lock. Lock Lock is Lock Lock. By the way, I'm not drinking like 80 ounces of soda. This is pure water. Healthy. GT Kung, I'll let you guys in on a little bit of a secret, hates ZVT, so ending that game in as quick a fashion as possible.
Meow?
Hey, thanks so much for the follow, Micah Lifts. Wait, is that a pun? Micah Lifts. No. It's an okay name. Yeah, yeah, okay. He is DOH one San Yamate. On the EU. Yeah, yeah, did you like that little journey we went on? One thing you gotta know about me is that, see, okay, so here, so my camera's right here, right? But chat's over here. So my short-term memory is actual garbage. Like, my long-term memory is great. Like, I can remember, like, pages out of books. But, if I've received information in less than the past hour, it might as well just not exist. Ooh. Next up is gonna be Selbster for the Platinum Heroes. God damn it, I did it again. Selbster is gonna be up next for the JinLair Pink Wings. Okay.
Meow.
Hey, thanks for the follow, JB1294. Really appreciate it, man. Grumpy, that is actually my favorite pun. I guess it's more of a play on words. In the top right, as the third player for the JinLair Pink Wings, it's the Red Terran, Selbster. And in the bottom left, as the Blue Zerg, it's GT Kong. The score is tied 2-2. Can GT pull off a second win against Terran? Here's the thing about all kills, right? Some people are like, well, it's the highest MMR, wins all the time, blah, blah, blah. Selbster here definitely is punching up in MMR. GT is a 4.3 Zerg player. 4.4 on a good day, maybe 4450. But Selbster has a huge advantage, right? Not only does he have his team scouting, he's gotten to see GT Kong do a build against Terran 5 minutes ago, right? GT has no idea what Selbster is going to do outside of the scouting done before the match. He could have changed it 5 minutes, 10 minutes before, and we wouldn't have a clue. So we're going to see how Selbster does here. Hey, I'll see you, Rails. GT Kong, hatch gas pool. Selbster with the Reaper expand. Eternal Empire, one of the more macro maps in the pool. Of course, the loser does pick the map, so this could be intentional from Selbster. Seeing, you know, GT Kong do the Baneling bust in the previous game, getting a map with a little bit of a longer rush distance to mitigate his chances of dying to that. There's the Queen. She's gonna get at least a couple oh, okay. Inject timing causes this Reaper to luck out, and he will survive with his life. It's going to delay the third, but I don't know, man. It's GT Kong. Is he gonna go for a third? Selbster gonna pick off the Scouting Overlord. Tech Lab on the barracks, building a starport behind this, sitting on 2 gas right now. All pretty standard stuff. We're going to see how his build deviates from here. 8 more lings on the way for GT Kong, and it looks like he wants to do another Baneling bust. No third on the way just yet. Selbster has been scouting this the entire time. He's going to clear the SCV out. Sending a Marine forward. He's going for Hellions. There's so many lings out on the field. If the Hellions are out of position, it's going to be very, very, very bad. Selbster does have a Reaper scouting on this position, a Marine on the Xel'Naga. Okay, down goes the Marine. Down goes the Reaper. It's all about how Selbster positions these Hellions. Oh, he's gonna trap him outside the wall. Down they go. And this natural is the Zerg's territory. Supply depots will finish. Here come the Banelings. Selbster not able to get on top of the Banelings. They're gonna crash through this wall. And GT Kong is in the main of Selbster. Liberator gonna siege up, but it's going to take it quite some time to clean up these lings. 30 SCVs have fallen. It's a 5-worker Terran against a 25-worker Zerg. GG is called. And GT Kong puts a 3rd point on the board for the Knights of Ren. Grumpy, trying to break a Terran on that map is gross. Grossly satisfying. The Knights of Ren currently up a game in the all kill. I know that the Pink Wings are trying to field Warhawk, but he's facing some struggles outside of the match. So we'll see if that's their final player or not. In the meantime, how you doing, chat? How's things? We're going Zen. Warhawk is able to make it to the match. Next up is my least favorite map in the pool, Zen LE. In the top right, it's the Slayer of Nerds, the Purveyor of War. It's the Pink Terran, Warhawk. And in the bottom left, as the Blue Zerg, it's GT Kong. Who will prevail? Who will prevail? The Warhawk or GT Hung? Alright, I had to. We're done. I'm shutting that off now. I said it. It's out of my system. Warhawk, a very. Oh my god, I said it again. Okay. Warhawk, huh, with an H, is a very strong macro Terran. I personally have traded blows with him on several occasions. We're basically 50-50 against each other. GT Kung has Baneling busted 2 Terrans out of this league. He does sometimes struggle against macro Terran, not necessarily because he's unskilled against it, but because it tilts the crap out of him. Warhawk did pretty well last week, taking a couple victories for his team. Oh, the salt spray has been dropped. Grumpy saying Warhawk building his racks at home. That's not Warhawk. Listen, what did I just say? He's a strong macro Terran, alright? Okay, GT Kong is going for a Baneling bust a third time. Now, Warhawk is a lot closer in MMR than our previous two players to the Panda. Here's the Ling Flood from GT Kong. Warhawk, though, does have a tank in production. It's halfway finished. The Lings will hit a little bit before the tank comes out. The orbital's morphed. Warhawk has scouted this. Here's the Baneling morph. Warhawk going to go up to the high ground. He has a bunker in place already. And this is already a much better hold from our pink Terran. Starport coming out behind this. Okay. T-Kung saw the bunker. He's gonna morph extra Banelings. He is really committing here. No third going down behind this. There's the tank shot. And I think this is held from Warhawk. A second tank. Halfway finished. GT Kung droning behind this. And I think he's just going to go for a contain in the natural. We should see a third here soon from the Blue Zerg. Warhawk going for a third CC. This is totally normal for the Terran when you get in this situation where your natural is blocked off. He's going to go for Marines. He's going to go for tanks. He shut down scouting. There is still an Overlord here that could be picked off by the Viking. GT Kung going into lair. 1-1 on the way for the Terran. GT still maintaining the contain here. Reactor going on the starport. Warhawk is behind on workers, but he's finally going to drop that CC, start muling this up, increasing his SCV count, and probably going to move this third CC out soon as well. GT Kung is going for a Spire play. Kung is opening up his ramp. Spire almost finished. It does get seen by the scan. There are the missile turrets from Warhawk. GT Kung should know that he's been scanned. His Baneling speed halfway done, but Warhawk is looking like he's in a pretty good position. GT Kung still on the bigger economy, but he's going to need to start thinking about a fourth soon, and he's going to have to hold this push from Warhawk. Warhawk does still have that third CC in his main. stim almost finished for the Terran. If we look at the upgrades, 1-1 for the Terran as well. 20 more Lings. Mutas hitting the field as Baneling speed finishes. It will be done in time for this engagement, but so will Stim. An early pick on the Medivacs could be huge, but Warhawk catches it when Muta goes down before the engagement even starts. Baneling's being morphed behind this. There is enough of a creep shield. Warhawk can't push into this just yet. Ooh, GT Kung's gonna engage off creep. A lot of the Banelings connect with the tank, but he still has enough to clean up here. Down goes Warhawk's army. Muta, let's pick off the Viking. They're going after the medevac. The second medevac should be vulnerable too. The Mutas can just swoop around here. They are going to get that. GT Kung up 52, army supply to 25. Warhawk trying to get his reinforcements together, throw up a defense, finish up this wall. Tank is sieged. GT Kung should not be able to break in here. But Warhawk is not going to feel safe to move out a third for some time. 8 more Mutalisks hitting the field for the Zerg. GT getting ready to hit this production in the main. Missile turret does zone out in this direction, but this stuff is pretty vulnerable to Muta play. GT has a 4th finished up. He's going to begin saturating that. 1-1 hitting the field. And this Zerg is in a very scary position. Oh, the Muta's getting shredded. They're trying to defend the Banelings here, but that's a lot of army value gone for GT Kung, and it wasn't enough time. A lot of Banelings go down as well, and I think this swings momentum back into Warhawk's favor. That was a lot of gas dropped for the Zerg. He is still up in workers. He does have this 4th established, but I mean, GT Kung just went from a very dominant position back down to roughly even against Warhawk. The Terran also has +2 on the field with 1-1 just finishing up for the Zerg. Tank sieging up on creep. These 2 creep tumors here are forfeit. Oh no, GT Kung can't engage into that. He's coming in from multiple angles, but this forward strike is pretty much a feint. Lings get a wraparound on the tank, and another great engagement here from GT Kung. Once again, Warhawk is cleaned up. Muta's firing down these medevacs in the sky. Warhawk will be pushed back. GT Kung up 30 army supply. Natural, very well defended here. Widowmine coming out for Warhawk to try and clean up some of these Lings, but the 3rd is very exposed if GT Kung wants to move in. Just gonna wait for the Baneling morph. Warhawk way behind, but these Widowmines could make all of the difference. GT Kung moving into Hive Tech. The Widowmines are moving forward. GT Kung might have missed his window. 3 Widowmines are burrowing. The Lings crash into the bio, but the Widowmines get the burrow. Huge shots go off. Still 2 more back here. Oh my god, all of the Banelings go down. Muta's still firing from the sky, but the medevac's not fighting with the Marines. That means that the Mutas will be able to clean up here, but another Widowmine shot goes off. And GT Kung got a little bit over-eager. 6 SCVs have fallen. A couple more will before this aggression is ended. However, army supply got kind of reset for both players. Warhawk with a little bit of an advantage. Both these players trading so many blows. GT Kung going for the greater Spire play. The Widowmines crashing in to Warhawk's own SCVs. They do have the cloak upgrade, meaning these Lings can't engage them, so they're just going to get off cooldown. GT Kung does not have an Overseer anywhere near position, but he will, all in all, clean up 15 SCVs. However, Warhawk has held. Ling attack speed, 10 Corruptors, and +2 melee on the way for the Zerg. Warhawk at +3 weapons, +2 armor. The next push he does with these Marines are going to shred Zerg units. Oh, GT Kung positioning really far forward with these Corruptors. He needs those to morph into Broodlords. He cannot afford for them to get sniped by the bio of Warhawk. This is a really risky play, morphing the Broodlords this close to the Terran base. Warhawk is pushing out. He chooses not to go down this route, which is a blessing for GT Kung and also a curse. This 4th hatch is going to be forfeit against this. He needs to save the drones and pull them over here, and he should be fine. GT Kung choosing to go back home. But this is a lot of Terran. Okay, he's going after the reinforcements. Still no Overseer here. Oh no, the Widowmines. He can't take the Widowmine shot. He is, though. It's a lot of dead Lings. 4th hatch does go down. However, GT Kung did get the drone pool off. Broodlords going in on the production of Warhawk. We should see a medevac pickup and an attack in the natural or the main here. Warhawk's pretty far in on creep, but his focus is on trying to defend against these Broodlords. Again, no Overseer, so these Widowmines gonna be able to recharge and maybe get a shot off on these Broodlords. Warhawk going for an attack toward the natural. Banelings rolling down the ramp. Oh no! The Banelings get blown off, and GT Kung is left pretty much defenseless. 2 Broodlords will get shredded. Oh, he's pulling home the Broodlords to defend instead of continuing the attack. 10 SCVs, the only real casualties of that attack by GT Kung. +2 melee will not finish for the Zerg. Stim into the natural will pick off. Will it though? Oh my god, Baneling connections with a good chunk of the bio. However, just as much gets pulled into the medevacs. He's leashing those mine shots into the medevacs. Overseers would be really great right now. Hydralisks, a Spore. Oh my god. Mine shot on the Queen, and these guys are just going to get farther and farther off cooldown. GT Kung's pulled his Broodlords all the way home. It looks like he's going to continue the assault once again. Warhawk, however, has Vikings on the field. He has more Marines behind this. The obligatory accidental swarm host coming out for GT Kung as 6 Corruptors come out to deal with these Vikings. 14 drones go down in the natural as these Widowmines reburrow. Warhawk moves out of builds a 4th base on location. That and the 3rd are very vulnerable. A lot of his supply is in Widowmines on the other side of the map. However, these +3 bio units can destroy the Zerg army if Warhawk takes the right engagement. Oh no, the Lingbane is out of position to hold off these Marines. Okay, here come the Corruptors in the sky. Gonna take down the Vikings, gonna take down the medevacs, maybe. But these Widowmines just the bane of GT Kung's existence. Okay, there's another burrow. Another few Lings go down. Oh, God. I think... No, Warhawk doesn't have it. Or does he? The Viking still going after the Broodlords. Does finally get picked off. Swarmhost launches the Locust, but the Broodlord count is severely diminished. Oh no, the Widowmines clean up more of the Corruptors, and the Marines trying to clean up the Broodlords on the down. Finally, the flotilla of Overseers going to allow GT Kung to deal damage to the Widowmines. Only 3 Broodlords left by the time they arrive, though. Is it too late? Warhawk does have this 4th CC completed. Warhawk also down to 20 workers. That's not as bad as it may seem because he does have mules. Another Viking pops out, and this time GT Kung has no Corruptors in position to deal with this. He's going for 4 Mutas back home, but here come the Marines, and these 3 Broodlords are forfeit, I think. One of the starports gets picked off, but Warhawk has held the aggression of the Zerg once again. Both players holding off each other's attacks. GT Kung has seemed very dominant at multiple points in this game. However, Widow Mines turned out to be the bane of his existence until he got those Overseers out. Look, there's even 2 more hitting the field. No Hydra Tech or anything like that, though. Another Widow Mine moves forward. He's like, oh god, please, no. Picks it off. And GT Kung is up 50 workers to 20, but there's the mule drop, going to alleviate some of that economic pressure on the nation of Warhawk. He does have this CC mined out in the main. He could move that out and make it a new 4th/3rd as well, without having to invest into yet another town hall building. Warhawk did lose a little bit of production in that engagement as well. He is up in army supply, though, and heavily up in upgrades. As you can see, +3 weapons, +2 armor. Going to allow Warhawk's units to trade pretty well, even at a disadvantage. However, a lot of this bio pretty wounded, and there's the medevac gonna try and heal this up. Looks like Mutiling Bane going to be the composition for GT Kung 20 minutes into this map. He is a little bit oversaturated on this base. Could definitely spread some of those out to like the 3rd. Ten more Banelings on the way for the Zerg as Warhawk prepares for another push. Warhawk pretty mined out in the natural as well. This might be the last gasp from the Terran. 30 more Lings coming out for GT Kung. If he can hold here, he's going to... I keep saying this, but he might be able to overrun Warhawk Remax and take him down. But he has to hold. There are the Widow Mines. GT Kung coming in from multiple angles. Oh god, those mine shots go off on the Muta. Muta cannot trade against +3 weapons Terrans. The mines destroy the army of the Zerg. GG is called, and Warhawk evens up the score 3-3. Alright, it looks like Warhawk's having a little bit of a technical issue. Widowhawk, yeah. Guess he did, Magneth. That was very well played from both players. Very back and forth. Warhawk taking the victory as we go to the final map. Okay, I think we're getting ready to launch. In the bottom right of Ephemeron, it's the ace player for the JinLair Pink Wings, Warhawk. In the top left, it's the Titan of the Knights of Ren, the Kyojin. Score is 3-3. Whoever takes this map wins the match for their team. It's been a very, very, very contested series.
Game paused.
It's like we have a pause. Yeah, so it looks like the players, Warhawk, a little bit worried about lag. I believe he's US West, I think. I'm totally, you know what, he's probably not. I have actually no basis. I don't know where Warhawk's from. But, Kyojin is playing from Europe, so US East is most likely the fairest server. Kyojin dropping a Nexus. Warhawk, it looks like, going for the Reaper expand. Kyojin trapping the probe in. Sprays GG on the Reaper jump. He's gonna have to recall that out of there. Eventually. Warhawk, not even gonna try the Reaper jump. Adept already tagged onto him. He's already taken a shot. He's backed into a corner. Second shot goes off on the Reaper. It's not going to be able to dilly-dally. Not going to be able to pick a probe. There's the second shade. Oh, this is really nice from the Kyojin, but equally nice from Warhawk. Still saving that Reaper. You want this Reaper to be as live as long as possible, especially in TVP, but down it goes at the 3-minute mark. Kyojin rallying into this gas, a little bit oversaturated. He's going to fix that. Double gas out of the Protoss as he goes into a robotics facility. Warhawk scouting around for proxies. He knows who he's up against. Marines should shut her down. Will they though? Will they? Is this gonna survive? Oh my god! The Adept survives with 4 health. It's a tough corner for the Terran. 2 more gates coming out for the Kyojin. A Warp Prism under development. And a Proxy Pylon. Stim on the way for the Terran as Warhawk goes into his bio play. Warhawk's pretty known as a bio player, I think, but his mech is equally strong. Trust me, he has some crazy battle mech play. But today he is opting for that bio. He's still scouting around for proxies, but will he ever find it? Right now it's looking like no. He's like, come on, where is it? Where the heck is it, Kyojin? I know you have it out there. Kyojin positioning a pylon to see any incoming drops. And it's not going to be a proxy. Sometimes, look, I know this is to see drops, right? I know this is to see Widow Mine drops incoming, Marine drops incoming, but Kyojin does sometimes like to throw down that pylon and drop a couple proxy buildings there. It looks like that's not going to be the case this time. Kyojin playing the meta, going into Colossi, and probably maybe going to drop a 3rd Nexus. Wait, no, he's going for Warp Prism speed as well. Is this going to be a Colossi? Okay, he's going to go for a 3rd Nexus, and we might see a Colossi drop here. Actually, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a Colossi drop. There's the Twilight Council going down around the 5:30 mark. Kyojin wants to take Warhawk to a macro game. Kyojin not finding... Okay, well, he's finding damage against the bio, actually. No hull damage to this guy just yet. Warhawk trying to figure out how to engage this. It's not every day that you face a Colossi drop. Extended Thermal Lance back home for the Kyojin. A 2nd Colossi hitting the field. Charge halfway done. And this is a 60 worker Protoss to a 34 worker Terran. 3 bases versus 2, and Warhawk can't push out. Okay. Whew. Only the shields off the Warp Prism. Kyojin playing such a calculated game here. This Colossus has finally dropped a little bit of hull health, but behind this 2 more. Warhawk can't push out. He's at 36 army supply to 40 Protoss army supply, and a lot of that supply is in really high-tech units. They're going to be upgraded by the time Warhawk can push out as well. 3rd CC just finishing for him, but I mean, Kyojin just has such an economic lead. Templar Archives going down for him as well. There's the forges for upgrades. And, you know, people wrongly, I think, associate the Kyojin with Shiz. What they may not realize is he's playing from Europe, so like, if you pull him out of US West, yeah, he's just gonna send in DTs, right? He's often playing against opponents that are stronger than him, like in the Risen Star League, you know, he was going up against Masters players, and he finished very highly, I think 6th or 5th, depending on how the standings went out. I'd have to check the Wikipedia there, but he is a very strong macro player. Not so much versus Zerg, but against Terran and against fellow Protosses, he cheeses a lot, but he can macro just as well. Oh my god, Warhawk's move out, going to be absolutely broadsided. He's on the retreat, forcing a stim. This is going to wear off very soon. He burrows Widow Mines to the front, but I don't know that that's going to save him here. Okay, it did take down an Archon, but he's got to get back. He's got to heal this up. Kyojin, now at the point where the Protoss has multiple forms of splash damage. He's up 22 workers. More high temps warping in. +1 armor gonna finish up first, which is an interesting choice here for the Kyojin. Kyojin dropping a 4th Nexus, and there's nothing Warhawk can really do to contest it. Okay, the Warp Prism goes down to a Widowmine and 2 Vikings. That's very great positioning there from Warhawk. He is going for a double Marauder for Marine drop. Kyojin pulling back, and I think this is going to be met with overwhelming force. Kyojin dropping Static D at the 4th. It better be like Sylvester Stallone and like also Arnold Schwarzenegger, but also Keanu Reeves in that medevac. It doesn't look like it was. Okay, so medevac goes down. Warhawk down 77 to 100 army supply. How is he going to get back into this game? Warhawk is a very, very, very strong Terran player. But he's got to think his way out of this one. I do like the use of Widow Mines. You know, it turns it into a coin flip. It means the Kyojin can't make mistakes. If you walk into the wrong Widow Mine shots, I mean, this is a massive army. He's going to have to make a plethora of mistakes. But it still adds the potential for him to do so. Or Vikings coming out to counter the Colossi. Not the most Stalkers here to take out the Vikings, but of course the Archons can do pretty well. Also, Warhawk choosing not to move out his 3rd, knowing the Protoss is lurking around here, forced to drop multiple scans as well to keep tabs on this. And the Dark Shrine has been dropped for the Kyojin. +2 armor hitting the field for him. Blink started, and +2 weapons as well behind this. Oh my god, my mouse positioning though. Widowmine shots going off on the Zealots, doing pretty nice damage, but they're at +2 armor. The bunker is getting shredded by the Colossi. Vikings not engaging fast enough. The Warp Prism bringing in reinforcements, and absolutely massive damage being done to the army of Warhawk. He's down to 30 army supply. Colossi shredding the SCVs now. 6 of them do fall. Now a dozen. Warhawk holding on for his team, holding on to the last hopes. GG, well played is called, and the Kyojin takes the series for the Knights of Ren 4-3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Renegade. Again, thank you to the EU players for staying up this late. Again, we will deal with what happened in the first match when the administrators are all able to get on and everything. It's really their call. Thank you to my team for showing up and being ready to play. Thank you to Chance for being very close to being ready to play. And the Knights of Ren remain undefeated in Season 2 as they defend their championship title. In the meantime, enjoy the music. I'm gonna let it play out. We'll find someone decent to raid. I'll be back with a Alpha Team League match in a little bit. But until then, I've been Renegade, and I will see you in the next one.